All right, what is going on? Hopefully that you guys can hear me pretty good. I got the mic hooked up here. And today's topic discussion, what I want to do, since I haven't uploaded much of anything lately on my YouTube channel. Yes, I do got, it ain't the best gameplay footage that I got, but it's okay. It's was live streamed on Facebook last night. It was episode 1 of Life is Strange and episode 2 of Until Dawn. So, as you can see in the title of this description below, or even on Facebook when I upload this video as well, is, to me, what makes Batman? And I'm going to be taking different aspects of Batman throughout the years, even throughout his sidekicks, and his enemies that are his villains. And we're just going to be taking different aspects from certain areas, from certain genres, and put them into one universe, if you will. So we're going to be putting them into that one universe. And I'll be pulling stuff from the games as well. And I will be describing to you guys, to me, what makes Batman. And I'll be typing in the images here on Google Images, because I want to give a good description what I'm looking at, just so I can tell you guys. So first and foremost, let's begin with none other than Bruce Wayne, who pretty much becomes Batman as we all know and love, right? I'm gonna go type this in here. All right. So many people over the years, and many different looks and outtakes of Bruce Wayne have been changed over the years dramatically. There's been a black and white version. There's been the, what, after that there was Adam West. Then from there we got Michael Keaton's Batman, Val Kilmer. Then we had George Clooney, and we took a break for a while. Then we had the animated version. From there we go on to Terry McGinnis, right, who became Batman from Batman Beyond. From there we got Christian Bale, and now Ben Affleck, not to mention the ones from the Arkham series as well. So there's been very, very many outtakes of Bruce Wayne. Now, those that don't know the story of Bruce Wayne, or those that may do know the stories of Bruce Wayne, it's very, very simple. His parents were scientists and doctors, and very wealthy, the richest family of Gotham. One night in an alley after seeing a movie. Now this movie been so many different takes. If I'm gonna pick the movie and the person that they went to go see, it's gonna be The Gray Ghost. The Gray Ghost movie that he went to go see, that was heavily focused on in one of the Batman animated episodes, The Gray Ghost. So, we're going to say they went to go see The Gray Ghost, okay? After his parents got gunned down in that alley. Now, there's been many different takes of this gunner. It was either just a poor guy being a mugger. From there, a simple robbery. Then we go on to a mugger again. I think somewhere between 2000, it was a setup from one of Falcone's men, right? To during, it was a setup because his parents were involved in the mafia. So you have many different takes, plus there's the famous one, which was the Joker, before he turned into Joker, which very many outtakes of that from which we've seen from Batman. It was part of the Batman anime series, but it was like the movie. I think it was what was it? Mask of the Phantasm. And from there, but before that, it was from one of Michael Keaton's 1989 Batman. So, if I were to pick the mugger and the family's history for this, I would go. I don't like him being part of the mafia because it was just a random hitman that did it. But if I'm gonna pick which one, right? That's gonna screw with Bruce Wayne later on in his head when he finds out. It's like in the Batman Telltale series game, which I will be doing gameplay of after I buy the episodes, because it won't be out on full disc release with all the episodes for free till probably next year or later on late this year. Adjust the mic a little bit. Okay. So, I'm going to go with their parents being part of the mafia, right? Taking cuts, taking shut up money. His father doing things behind the scenes, pretending to be in front of the scenes. With the mobster, I'm going to go with the Joker. Because the Joker was a mafia guy. That's his story. There's two stories to the Joker. One we had where he was a poor comedian struggling who was having a kid and then got kicked out of their apartment because the landlord did not had some kind of word rule against kids. So they got kicked out. And then there's one where he was a mobster. I'm going to go with the one with the mobster, but I'm going to save his backstory to what I think, which will batch on later on. So we're going to say Bruce Wayne's parents were mobsters in this one, going with the Joker who killed his parents before the Joker. So we're going to go with that. And I'm going to, no, I think they said it happened at the age of 8, maybe 7 years old for Bruce Wayne. I'm going to go with 7 years old because it feels right. It feels more better that way. If you guys hear barking in the background, it's because I have dogs. So we're going to go with that. But who would I pick to play Bruce Wayne in this universe? To me, who matches better with Bruce Wayne? Well, I want to go with the animated series Bruce Wayne because I am a 90s OG. I'm 26 years old, so I'm a 90s OG, man. To me, Bruce Wayne was the animated Bruce Wayne. His character, when it comes to being the playboy, I'm going to go with the scene and the ego of that part when it came to Christian Bale. That scene where he had the two women in the little fountain area in that restaurant, I believe it was. We're going to go with that kind of alter ego personality for him. When it comes to being dark for Bruce Wayne, where he has his moments, his emotional moments, his breakdowns, the thing that makes him the real Bruce Wayne behind it all, the tragic struck, the broken one, their child, the 7-year-old child that lost his parents. The best one I can think of that would probably be good for that, and the best one that I can think of that would match perfect for him, honestly, it would have to be from one of the novels. Which novel? I'm gonna pick. Well, no, it's it's gonna be one of the Bruce Wayne from the novels. I'm not sure which one because they all kind of share the same personality like that. But it's gonna be one from the novels. I can't say from which one because I'm still not too sure myself from which one I wanted to pick yet. But we're gonna have that one right there. So we got our Bruce Wayne, right? We got our Bruce Wayne. This Bruce Wayne when he goes into Batman character, right? When he goes into his Batman character, now let's get into Batman. So we already got our Bruce Wayne. So I'm gonna type in Batman over the years on this one. We had so many people that played Batman. We had one from the 1930s, 60s, 80s, 90s, and early 2000s, all the way from now. So, with that being said, my opinion, okay, which Batman, right? So, if I were to go, which Batman I think would be perfect for this universe? Plus, we're going to go on design. I'm going to go with the classic look. From 1989 to 1991, I do believe. Maybe 1980s too. Batman. With the style of the suit, we're going to keep it black and yellow, but we're going to go with the Dark Knight Returns design. That one. We're going to go with that one as well. Now, there are things that a lot of people don't know about Batman. And I'm going to give you guys some back history. Remember, this is my point of view on what makes Batman so great and what makes Batman and what Batman are we going to be making here and put into this universe all in one. Right? So, Batman really didn't ever start in Gotham City, believe it or not. He actually started out in New Jersey. Yeah, he was originally started out in New Jersey. That's something a lot of people don't know about. That's something that a lot of people do not know about. Then let's put it like this. Look at it like a pilot episode before episode 1 of any series you watch. And the comic, that was a pilot comic. But what makes it great, I like, because that's original. That's clever, though. Because we weren't introduced to him as Bruce Wayne in this at all. There was no mention about his parents being dead. So what I like here for his origins, I want to make it like this, right? I want to make it like this. He started in Gotham, right? Batman / Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne, over the years, while he was training, he settled down in New Jersey. I like how that, to me, that makes sense. Plus, about this like I said, there's things about Batman's really, really dark person. Batman also started out with guns and not batarangs. Now, what Batman we know that doesn't mind using guns and batarangs? His father, that's right. And the Flashpoint, and the different take on Batman, rather than his parents dying, it was Bruce Wayne that got killed and shot. His father just became this brutal, dark guy, used a gun, don't give a fuck attitude, I'm going to straight up kill your ass. His mother became the Joker. I have the 2 novels and one with that, packed away down in the basement, properly protected, because it is such a gruesome and dark comic novel. I recommend you guys find it somewhere, your local comic shop, online. Type in Batman Flashpoint. You guys will not be disappointed at all. So, this Batman, we're going to want him using guns. Now, there's even more that people Batman do not know. I like the one I remember, the one of my history, Batman that does kill. This Batman, I want him to be borderline. I don't want to be borderline. I take that back. What I want him to be is to have that choice, right? I'm going to stop you, but if I have to kill you, I will. And in most occasions where he will kill. That's nothing new with this one. Because Batman's really fucked up person, man. He can be a real fucking he can be an asshole. That's real, right? And there's been a lot of times Batman killed. A lot of times that he has killed. From the Michael Keaton movie to Batman Returns, Batman Forever, right? Batman and Robin. I know what you're saying. Well, when did he kill Batman and Robin? He killed without lifting a finger. And I'm going to let you guys know what he did. Before we get to the end of the movie, we're back in Arkham Asylum with Mr. Freeze and Poison Ivy. He let Mr. Freeze have his revenge on Poison Ivy. So what did you think Mr. Freeze did to Poison Ivy? That's what Batman let him do. So Batman killed Poison Ivy, but did it through Mr. Freeze. Alright? There have been points and times where they're pointing out during the animated series where Batman had to kill. There have been, especially in the games, I know throughout the Christian Bale movies, Batman killed. Man, there's different takes. He let Ra's al Ghul die. Batman Rises. He had choices to kill. He did end up killing them, man. I believe that to be a fact. All those people blowing up in those when he was training on that mountain, he killed people. In The Dark Knight Rises, his hand was forced to kill. And the Batman v Superman, he killed. Batman kills. In the games, in the Arkham Asylum, he killed the inmates. If you look at their life meters and you beat them, it will say deceased. Arkham City, he killed. And Arkham Knight, he killed. Okay? So we're going to give Batman that aspect of killing. I like it. Batman is to the point of being dark when it comes to sidekicks. There's a version of him when he was training Robin that he tortured Robin, beat Robin, starved Robin, raped Robin. Just did so much to him. Robin became more brutal and Batman, which we will get to that when we get to his sidekicks. So I do want Batman to be that torturous, brutal person as well. Right? So we got our Batman. He kills, torture, brutal, dark as can be. We got his look and his design. I love it. We're going to give him his gadgets and most definitely 2 guns. 2 good black handguns. Now, when it comes to the Batmobile, right? When it comes to the Batmobile, there's been so many different outtakes of it throughout the years. The one I want to give him, we're gonna be combining the two a little bit here. We're gonna take some of the aspects from the Arkham Knight Batmobile, which is actually a car tank. It can bust through walls. It has a couple of guns coming out with the top cannon. We'll be taking that, and we're gonna be taking the animated series version of the Batmobile from the 90s, putting those two together, and there is his Batmobile, and I love it. Already great. Now, when it comes to his sidekicks, right? We all know first Robin was Dick Grayson, but I like Dick Grayson as Nightwing, so we're going to save him as Nightwing. When it comes to Robin, we're going to pick... Yes, there was a female version of Robin, believe it or not, in the Batman universe. So, I forget the chick's name. Now, there's been several, but let me type this in here. So, the one that kind of looked like Dexter's Laboratory, that chick, you can scrap her out. But there was another one with longer hair, blonde. We're going to pick that one. So we're going to pick Robin to be a girl. We don't forget her name. I really do. I forget her name. So we're going to give her blonde hair, a little bit of light skin tone. We're going to make sure she has a little bit of an ass and some tits on her. Why not? And she was tortured, beaten, and raped by Batman to make her into this brutal killing machine later on in life. So we're going to make that aspect of her. She will also carry guns as well. This Robin also kills. Yes, in the Dark Knight, in the Arkham Knight video game, one of the missions when you're taking out 5 Jokers, well, 5 people who think they're Joker, you take out one of the goons. They all have goons. And Batman, and you play as Batman and Robin in this game. So you're going back and forth. And he calls in Robin to take certain amount of them down. While he does that, he snaps and breaks their necks, killing them. That's right. He snaps and breaks their neck, killing them as well. So now we have our Robin. With our next sidekick, we're taking out Batgirl because it's just not a very good sidekick, but Barbara Gordon, she also is Oracle, who gives Batman information through his headset piece, communicates with them as well. So we're going to have Barbara Gordon be our Oracle. I just do not like her as a sidekick in any way, as being any type of Batgirl. So our next sidekick is going to be Dick Grayson. So I know what you're saying, but what about our back history story for our Robin? That's the beauty of it. I want to leave that a mystery. Whatever you guys think that Robin's back history could be, then that is your back history for that Robin. I want it to remain a mystery. So now we have our Robin, our Batman, and our Bruce Wayne, and our Batmobile in this universe. So from there, we start with Nightwing. Nightwing, of course, is going to be Dick Grayson. I liked him as Robin, but I liked him even better when the brother became Nightwing. Nightwing is just so much more badass. Now, let's start with Dick Grayson backstory. We know his backstory. There's 2, maybe 3 different origin stories to that. Of course, you know, our original origin story for Dick Grayson It was that his parents were in the circus and they were the Flying Graysons. They were acrobatics. We know from now there's been only 2 outtakes of the person who killed his parents. Original outtake, it was a crooked circus owner that his parent, actually 3 of them, believe it or not. So I just now thought of it. One of them was a crooked circus owner that didn't like the Graysons, so he had the safety net sabotaged to where when it came time for them to get down, they would land on the net, but the net would snap and they died. Then, as we all know from the Batman Forever one, it was Two-Face that had the little bar things that they swing on sabotaged. And then in the animated series, Robin was an orphan, but he flew with a group of people called the Flying Graysons. Even though he wasn't a Grayson, they adopted him into being a Grayson. And a mobster had the Graysons killed to make a point across to the circus owner, like, man, if you don't pay me up, this is what's gonna happen. This was only an example, and there's gonna be a lot more to come later on if you don't pay up. Honestly, in my opinion, if I'm gonna combine certain ones. I want Dick Grayson to be an orphan who joined the circus, who was adopted by a group called the Flying Graysons, right? So now he's adopted. Rather than having Two-Face sabotage it, I want the circus owner to be the mobster. But I want the Graysons to be threatened. Like, look, if you don't drag in a certain amount, this is what's going to happen. And he wanted to teach them a lesson. So what better yet than to kill off the 2 adults and keep the 2 teens and Dick Grayson, who was a child, orphans, to show them, hey, you bastards work for me. This is what's going to happen. Don't be stupid like them. Right? I like that outtake better. Now, we know Dick Grayson is founded by Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne adopts him. And yeah, Dick Grayson's actually one that got tortured, beaten, and raped by Batman and starved to death and fed rats or fed actual shit. Like human feces, man. So we're gonna have that happen to him to make him, was build him up to be tough. We know that he doesn't want to be in the shadow of Batman later on. Right? So he goes to another city called Bloodhaven. I don't know too much about Bloodhaven. I don't care not to know about it either. But we're going to keep him what Batman did to him. Like he did to this new Robin. Throughout that, Dick Grayson went to another city. We're gonna stick Dick Grayson / Nightwing in this because when he left, he became Nightwing. I like his. He became Nightwing. We're gonna stick him in New Jersey. Okay, so he went to New Jersey. Dick Grayson, rather than using guns, he uses these acrobat pool sticks. Rather than being acrobat pool sticks, they'll be acrobat pool sticks with kind of like blades on them, kind of like a I don't want to say like a cross guard, but it has like a nightstick design with the old-fashioned handle, that with like a blade going from there, with like some tasers right there as well. So I like that aspect, and he uses that, and he's cutting people down, slicing them, and he doesn't have, and throughout that, he doesn't have a problem killing with the needed, but he doesn't like to kill either. So we have that. So we have Dick Grayson's backstory. We have him being Nightwing. We have him, this tough, tortured, troubled individual. What Batman did to him. not in Batman's shadow anymore, who lives in New Jersey, who will come back to Gotham. And what she does, helps out Batman, teams up with him, becomes a partnership, has these kick-ass weapons on him with the the little nightstick blades. We're gonna call them nightstick blades. Who doesn't like to kill, but will if have to or forced to have to as well. His design is going to be the design in the animated series, The Adventures of Batman and Robin, with the long ponytail hair and just that cool, awesome, pure black suit with that blue bird on it. Just brilliant. And with his horse's eye mask as well. And he rides a kick-ass motorcycle. So we're going to give him the kick-ass motorcycle. So now we have our Dick Grayson and our Nightwing. Nightwing and the female Robin, they're going to have, behind Bruce Wayne's back, a relationship and a sexual intercourse relationship as well. Because why not? Batman. So, we got Batman sidekicks now. We have our Bruce Wayne, we have our Batman, our Batmobile, our Robin, our Dick Grayson, and our Nightwing, all in this universe now. Now, there's been so many villains in the Batman universe, or in the DC universe at that. Just so many of them. So many that they all made their crossovers into Batman, Superman, you name it. They all went against each other. And to me, my personal opinion, there are just way too many damn villains for Batman. And too many of them to name, but I'm going to pick my 3 villains for him. Just 3, what I feel, which would be good for him. And we're going to go each one individually, which is going to be Joker, Two-Face, and Penguin. So we're going to start off with Joker. So, Joker, over the years. Oh, God, where did we start? Well, we have the one from the 1960s to the 70s. We have Jack Nicholson's Joker, which is very classic, very enjoyable to watch. We have the animated series Joker, which I love, which to me, anybody to me that is Joker has to be Mark Hamill, Luke Skywalker. He also voiced the Joker in the animated series. In the video games, like, that's the Joker I grew up with. That's my Joker, man, for me. But we're taking certain aspects of Joker here, putting them into one person. So, plus from there we got Keith Ledger's Joker, great Joker, and we got what's his name Joker from the Suicide Squad, who that dude Joker was trash, man, just straight up trash. Just garbage. I'm sorry, man. Nope. I did not get the Joker from that, and I can rant about that all day. Plus, we have the Joker from the Arkham games, which is brilliant, which is a great Joker. And my favorite, and another good Joker that I think is really great that a lot of people hate is the one from the Batman with the Jamaican Joker with the dreads. I like that Joker. I ain't got a problem with them. I really, honestly don't at all, man. I think that Joker is cool. May not be as dark as brutal, but cool as hell, man. Just an awesome Joker, by the way. It's awesome, but Joker's backstory. His name, we're going to give him the same name like he's been known, which his name was Jack. Yeah. That's the name that's been used. God, one of the comics, early comics, like, and we're going. Plus, the name Jack for the Joker has been in the Michael Keaton's movie, plus in the Mask of the Phantasm. So we know his name is going to be Jack. His real name. Hey, Jack. But anyways, his name's going to be Jack, right? His name's going to be Jack in this. Now, what do I want his backstory to be? What do I want Jack's backstory to be before he becomes the Joker? Before he becomes the original Red Hood, right? Here's my backstory for Jack. This is my backstory for him. What I feel like is a good backstory for him, by the way. I want there to be, we're going to have Jack be married, right? So Jack's married. He's waiting to have a kid on the way. Okay? He's part of the mafia, but he's one of the low-ranking dogs, man. You're working there on the streets for me. Okay? He's not doing his job very well. The low-ranking dogs never do. They're not pulling in as much. So, one of the main one of the supervisors, right? May not be the top head boss, but we're going to have a top head boss send one of his top big supervisors, one head honcho supervisors, to go down to Jack's area, right? To Jack's crew. So this main top supervisor dog, right? He goes see Jack's crew, and he's like, "Look, the big man ain't too happy. I don't know if business is slow. I don't know if you guys are penciling each other's dicks, or if you guys are just out there wasting my time, wasting his time, not bringing in any money at all over in this neighborhood. This neighborhood is so filled with junkies they're willing to buy." Or maybe I'm being a little bit too nice to you guys. Is that it? Am I being too nice? So he sets an example. This is a random pick because there's no individual being picked. It's a random pick. Right? He sees Jack. This time Jack is, Jack. We're going to make Jack not tough, though. You know what I'm saying? We're going to make him not scared, but then again, not tough either. A little bit of childish, but not too much. Kind of borderline, kind of like, I don't want to really fight, but hey, man, I don't want to die either. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing what I can type of easing by, And he's looking for a way out, but he cannot find a way out. He wants out of this life, and he can't get out of it. Only way out of it's death. That's it. He knows that. He knows that. But he dies. But he dies in this not like dies, but he dies in a certain way. But you guys will get on time. We'll get to it. What I'm trying to say here. So, this top boss, right? Top guy. Supervisor, top guy, right? He takes out a machine gun out of his long trench coat, Tommy gun, loads up the drum clip, click, click, wipes out Jack's friends, tat, 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 says, "Hey, I left you behind. I want you to not follow their examples." But this guy's going to be a dick. He finds out Jack's married. Jack has a kid on the way. So he goes up to Jack's apartment. Yeah. The Joker began out in an apartment, by the way. But we're going to make him in the projects, too. He knocks on the door. Wife opens up. Because there's no peepholes. So the wife opens up. You know, she's pregnant. She's about 4 months pregnant. Right? Because we're going to keep it where Jack knows she was pregnant, but no one else knew she was 4 months. So she's showing her belly's big. All that. We're going to be this person right now. So the hitman now, at this time, he's a hitman. The guy that's sending Jack this message that killed his friend is pretty much a hitman, delivering a message, a messenger guy as well. Takes out his whipped shotgun, blows through her stomach. The baby's dead. She's dead. Boom! Gone. Several hours later, Jack goes home, sees it. He's in total shock. His friends died. His wife and his kids now dead. Jack is losing his mind. He fell into a deep hole of depression now. Right? He fell into a deep hole of depression. This moment on, Jack is still there, but not anymore. It's Jack, but not Jack. Jack is now utterly shut down. So now, he starts his own crew. Because we're making it where Jack disappears for a while. They can't find Jack. There ain't no money coming in from his block now. So Jack is disappeared. Jack starts his own crew called the Red Hoods. I like that because Red Hoods are a gang just like in the Gotham TV series. Leader of it's Jack. Right. So the Red Hoods find some of his old crew, the mafia family, the people that he worked for, in their, warehousing or such like that. He wants to send a message to his ex-boss, the top big dog. He wants to send a message. Jack's going to send that message. What does he do? He sends the Red Hoods in, clears out the henchmen, clears out some of the goons, the henchmen, whatever you want to call them. Clears them out, kills the overseer of those henchmen, the supervisor, top dog, right? Right. He destroys the jugs, destroys the money, burns the place down, sending a message. He's sending a message, right? So now, he sends a message like, I want you to meet me at Ace Chemicals, to the main big top dog who he worked for, and the Red Hood gang. So you got the mobsters, right? Red Hood gang. There are about 6 of them total going to Ace Chemicals. They're going into Ace Chemicals, right? They think there's going to be this meeting, right? Because Jack set it up. Look, man, we're going to have a meeting, me and you face to face. But they're bringing their people, even though they both said come alone. And neither, they don't know that Jack has an idea. Look, man, he's bringing some of his people. I got to bring some of my people, all right? That's what we're going to do. They meet each other. There's this table set up in the walkway area, right? Walkway area at Ace Chemicals. So, what does Jack do? Jack sits down, but he's known as the Red Hood, right? And the mobster guy's trying to figure out, who are you, man? Who are you? And we're going to go with the Red Hood's classic look. Black suit and tie, dress-up shoes, red cape. Kind of like that red, brown thing around his face or whatever. Not the helmet, like the bowl. Whatever. Look, right? So that's going to be the look for the Red Hood. Pretty much. If you guys know what I'm talking about. So, they sit down, they have a cup of coffee, and they're giving little hand signals for one. So, like they're sitting down, right? They got ones with the armrest, sitting down, and kind of like giving a finger signal to one of the guys to lead an attack to wipe this guy out. They both come. Next thing you know, there's gunshots. Pop, 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 pop. Right? So now there's gunshots. Bop, bop, bop. Gunshots everywhere. Tap, 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 tap. People are getting hit. Bop, ah! All that shit, right? So, now what? So, the big guy gets hit. You got Jack that gets a little bit hit. The big guy gets on top of Jack. He pulls Jack's helmet off. He knows who it was. He knows who it was. It was Jack. He's like, shit, that's you? And the big guy ain't too happy now. So now he's going to try to strike him down with his fist. Jack pulls out this knife thing out of his sleeve, jams it into the dude's throat. Now there's an explosion. Jack falls into the chemicals, goes down through the chemical tubing, out into the sewers, out of Ace Chemicals while it's blown up and on fire. None of these people got out except for Jack. Everyone else is dead. Right? They're dead. They're all dead. They're dead. Yeah, they're dead. They're dead. You know, that's the best way I can put it. Now, Jack is now dead. There's no more Jack. Yes, he's alive, right? Because he fell into the thing, into the tubes and all that. But who Jack was, no more Jack. That's now gone. Because now he sees his reflection in the water, like after there's like smoke and some fire going. He starts laughing. He starts losing it. Now we give him his look. I want the Joker look from the animated series, right? From the Adventures of Batman and Robin. I want him to have the attitude, smirkiness, kind of like Prince had in the music video, Party Man, right? I want him to have that exact style of suit as well. I want his face to be a little bit scarred like Jay Leno's when he played the Joker. Or Heath Ledger's, I mean. Heath Ledger's. I want his face, of course, be the classic pale white. No paint. His lips are now blood-stained red naturally from the chemicals. His hair somewhat turned green. Not all the way, but somewhat. But we're going to give him, when he comes as Joker later on, with dreads. I thought that was cool. And they're going to be like dyed green hair, like Heath Ledger's. A little bit darker, though. So I like that. And this Joker, how his mindset is, best way I can put it, I want you, anybody that watches, I want you to read the novel called Batman Death of the Family. Not Batman Death in the Family, Batman Death of the Family. That's the Joker that I recommend, or how his mindset, his attitude, how brutal and how dark he is. Like I said, there's a novel out there called Batman Death in the Family. You guys probably have seen it in your comic book stores. It comes in a box set. It's like in a box. And I have it hanging on my wall. That's why I'm looking over here. And it had artwork on the side. It has Joker's face, where it's, his face cut off by the toy maker, but has that see-through window with the Joker mask in it. That novel. Read that novel. That's how dark mindset and how brutal I want this Joker to be. Best way I can put it, because words alone cannot describe it. So we got our Joker, right? We got it. We got his name. We know his origin name is Jack. We know Jack's backstory. He was the Red Hood, became Joker. So now we got our Joker in this universe. But do I want to give him a Harley Quinn? Yeah, a Joker needs a Harley Quinn. What Harley Quinn I want to give him? Arkham City's Harley Quinn. The look, the mindset, a little bit violent, but not too brutal. How hot she is. Her face is painted white, of course. And make her a little bit tougher, though. We're giving him that Harley Quinn. Hey, no more words need to be described for that Harley Quinn. Anybody that played the game knows exactly what I'm talking about. Knows exactly what I'm talking about, right? So, now let's begin with Two-Face, right? Two-Face to me has so much potential, right? Has so much potential in the Batman universe for me that I know he can be a darker person, man. I know he can be a brutal person. He can be, he's mentally damaged more than anything in the world. I know that. He is damaged up here. And you guys have no idea how damaged he is up here. If anybody seen, what was it? The Dark Knight Returns Part 2 of the animated movie. During that scene where, with Two-Face, where he thought his face wasn't even, so he felt like he cut all his face off. And then he's like, oh, I'm even now. But in his mind, he still thinks he looks like shit. Even though he didn't do that to himself, he still thinks he looks like shit. That's how messed up he is up there. And we want that. So, Harvey Dent started out as a lawyer. Which to me, it's like... Harvey Dent was Batman, but not becoming Batman. But he was a lawyer, though. It's like a Batman type of lawyer, the best way I can put it. But what, like, this is a tricky one for me because Harvey Dent, the lawyer, as a badass. You know, I don't know, man. I don't want to take a break and come back, but there's potential. There's so much there, right? So I'm going to try to do as best I can. We want that Batman Harvey Dent lawyer. We want that one. He's a lawyer. He's strong. He's tough. We know his name's Harvey Dent. Plays no games. Plays none. Now, that's just a front put on. It's coming to me now. It's coming to me now. Oh, man, I already got ideas. That's just a front put on now. That's just a front put on. That's just a front put on to make criminals fear this dude in court. He breaks people, though. Oh, yeah, he's breaking people. Now, comes to the social life. A little bit of a gigolo. Yeah, a little bit of a gigolo. A person has sex for money. That's a guy hoe called a gigolo. Right? Getting a little bit extra bucks. Getting it in. But behind closed door, he's a wuss. He's a pussy. He doesn't like he used to be picked on as a child. One day, I got it. This is a scene from the animated series too. He's with Commissioner Gordon during this big drug bust with a couple of guys, a couple of mobster family. Once they bust him, the guy kicks mud on his suit, calls him some names. Rather than Harvey Dent losing it, he gets a little bit frightened, shooken up, kind of pisses himself a little bit, kind of shows fear. People see it, right? Yes, during around this time, he's getting out of the lawyer career, running for mayor. He does run for mayor in the comics, animated series, plus in the Batman Telltale series. So, right now, it's like, man, this ain't good for this ain't good for your image. This ain't good for publicity. This ain't good for you getting votes. You made yourself look scared, man. Look, you pissed yourself. You pissed yourself, Harvey. What happened to Big Bad Harv? Right? What happened to Big Bad Harv? Oh, he's back at home in his penthouse, apartment. He doesn't know what to do. Doesn't know what to do, man. He sees himself on the news. Title: Harvey Dent scared. Big Bad Harv pees himself. Pisses himself. This time they have, we're going to make in this universe where they have internet, Facebook, Twitter, all that, Instagram, memes. PP Harvey. One of the memes. He's starting to feel the pressure getting picked on as a child. Right? Rather than him being in an accident, getting his face burnt. Or, yeah, that is what it was. It was an accident. It's always been an accident. Or rather than him taking acid and chemicals like in Batman Forever, doing it himself. No. We ain't going that route. I don't like neither of them routes, man. He gets a knock at the door. I like the knock at the door things myself. Just knock at the door, right? Opens up the door. Who's standing at the door? Joker is standing at the door, man. Joker is standing at Harvey Dent's door. Okay? He's standing at Harvey Dent's door. What does the Joker do? Hey, Harvey Dent's trying to turn this way to get away. Joker squirts some acid out of his flower. Lands on this side of Harvey Dent's face. Screaming, oh, that shit, blood. Just Joker's laughing. And he pisses Harvey Dent off. So Joker goes into his voice. Ha, 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 ha. Pee pants hard. He gets into it. Harvey Dent is in shock. Adrenaline's kicking in. He knows his face. He kind of forgets about his face for a minute. Gets up. Dex Joker. Pow. They get the fucking scrapping. Boom, 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 boom. Harvey Dent pulls out Joker's gun. Yeah, he got to the gun before Joker did. Joker sees it. He's trying to back away a little bit. Gunshots. Bop, bop, bop. Shooting at the Joker. Hitting him a little bit. Missing some shots here and there. Joker's escape. Cops, ambulance coming. They see Harvey Dent in the middle of the hallway. Down the stairwell. Face bleeding out. Side messing up. You're seeing some skulls coming out. Some tissue. You see him covered in blood. Holding a gun in his hand. Then in the newspaper, we get the news from what happened. We get a detailed description. He lets it be known. But he's in the hospital, though. As well, still. He's in the hospital. Like, no, man, we can't do anything. They can fix his face. Right? We know Harvey Dent's rich, but Harvey Dent ain't got this kind of money. They let him know, look, man, it's going to cost this much to get your face fixed. Can't do it. But there's so much mental damage up here from this, from the Joker. He picks up a cutting knife, reaches for it without knowing he's reaching for it. It just happens so quick, right? Cuts he slices one of the, I don't know if I want to make a doctor or a nurse, man. Let's make it a doctor. Slices the doctor's throat, bleeding out of control. Harvey Dent's hopping over bed, hitting people, escaping out the building. Harvey Dent's gone now. It's now Two-Face among